Yo guys, this is Reinhartdarussian talking, and this is gonna be the easiest and the top damaging spec you could ever imagine for yourself. Possible. Unholy can rot the entire enemy teams alive. It can rot the enemy teams more than political correctness rots our brains. But let's take a look at it. Why is it so effective? So necrotic aura is meh, it's okay. It's not the main thing. It's a pandemic, which basically every time we outbreak, the targets take 70,000 damage within 40 yards, and it just and the disease is refreshed. Then you go with the ebon fever that pretty much your disease tick twice as fast, and then you go with the debilitating infestation just so you could AOE snare, and you go with the epidemic that basically explodes your diseases and does damage AOE as well. So what you do is you put a lot of outbreaks possible, and then you do a couple epidemics, and you top damage easily. Like, this is just a one take recording, and then boom, explosions, and you go again. So this is so crazy, and it requires only 3 buttons to press. So even the kindergarten kids can actually pull it off too. The only thing you need to remember is you need to remember to, in time, press death coils. And that's it. And having our runes at the same time, the management is just so goddamn easy and effective at the same time. So this is actually fresh character too, so I don't have any pet management or anything else like that. I don't need any of that. All I need is just spread dots, aids. Actually, I don't want to tank because decays are very, very squishy in this expansion. Well, kinda, I believe like I can say everything is really squishy. I get pulled, so I'm gonna try to escape. Whoa. Putting corpse shield down. Look at this HP, look at the HP levels. Like, look at this. Oof, damage. So, all you gotta do is you don't have to worry about your festering wounds or anything of that nature. Basically, just outbreak. Just outbreak for everything, and you will do a lot of damage. There you go, already number 1. Alright, 3 outbreaks, and let's do 3 epidemics. I'm about to die here, so I'm just gonna outbreak before I die. Like, you know the ultimate dickhead move? Oh, I might survive actually. Nope, still died. Doesn't matter. So, 22 million damage, almost double the next guy, just by pressing 2 buttons. And this is what I'm afraid about the Legion, is just the damage becomes a very, very easy thing to do. The theme of Unholy is there. They did nerf our dots significantly, which is a single target dot damage, but our spread damage is just absolutely freaking insane. So again, and all we gotta do is just outbreak. You don't even have to do, you don't technically have to actually press 2 or 3 buttons. You probably can get away from pressing 1 button. And the damage, it rolls in. So I'm just like, and I'm death striking, and death striking is just not doing anything. But the dots will do the job. Came in for a couple seconds, apply the dots. I already have 3 killing blows too, so it's not like I'm just padding numbers. It actually, you will get some kills. And if you look at the damage itself and damage meters at the combat log, so pandemic hits for 87,000, 75,000. Virulent Plague hits for like 20,000 shadow damage. Like, just a lot of like spread. I don't need to pop my gargle or anything else. Virulent Eruption hits for 30,000. It's like a decent amount of considerable damage. Just flies across. And keep in mind that every single time at pandemic, the dots gets refreshed. Alright, I guess I need to Scourge Strike here. Alright, I did 1 Scourge Strike. So, and every single time, basically what happens is, every single time that the dots gets refreshed, everything in the area of effect gets snared. Everything. So, and it's just like, I kind of like the theme that you actually can, the different specs actually, the choices do matter. Like, look at this damage, like, insane in the membrane. But it's just, I don't know, seems a bit trivial. Like, I don't need to worry about popping Army of the Dead and everything else. That's all single target damage. There's no need for that. You get more value just by pressing one auto break. And a couple infestation, what is it called? Infestation or what is epidemic? And don't forget the death code just so you can get runic corruption, so you can get more. Basically, the only difference is like if you spam your runic corruption more often. Died, no problem. Let's see if I can actually run. I have 20 seconds. So they're just oh wow, yeah, never mind. 2 minutes. So the biggest thing is like the AOE damage is there. The damage is incredibly high and incredibly good. And all I do is I just pop out a lot of outbreaks, a lot of them, and then the dots will just do the rest of the damage. And the outbreak combined with pandemic is just it's a gnarly damage. There, and let's do a couple epidemics. Doesn't matter who you target, as long as everything is coded, your damage, technically speaking, your single target damage is negligible. Okay, we have more victims to the fray out here. And let's do a couple explosions. So I just read like 10% of their HP by just simply reapplying diseases. Like, it's kind of, it's, you know the feeling I have right now? It's like your affliction lock that spreads all the dots and have basically all the lots of free dots. Like all instant cast dots too, like Bernie Sanders free education for everybody. Like, that's pretty much the same thing. So, and boom, the explosion. Don't forget to death coil. Boom, the explosion. Boom, the explosion. Alright. And the let's get some runic corruption going. I get charged by warrior. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, you can die all the time. You die very, very fast and easy, actually. So I need to last here. But that doesn't matter because, like, here, $1,000 hit. Just AOE. Just sitting there from 30 yards range. And all you do is just apply a bunch of AOE. That's all you do. So, and the gameplay is actually, it's kind of boring. Okay. That's it. We're won. So, come on, gold. Get away, get away, get away. So, 55 million damage. Nothing but just pressing 2 buttons. 5 killing blows. That's about it. Like, this is a road too. Like, I wasn't trying to come up with the best possible DPS or anything else like that. No, I just wanted to show you guys how easy it is to spam 2 buttons and to do top damage. So let's look into the actual spec itself, and I think we should be good to go. This is absolutely crazy. So, right over here, we have Necrotic Aura. I mean, it's not really necessary. You don't want to get in the melee range anyway, because you melt almost instantly. So, we go with the Unholy Mutation, just for shits and giggles, because you don't want to spend your runes on Reanimation, you don't want to spend your runes on Necrotic Plague, so you want to get Unholy Mutation, so if your diseases get dispelled, at least you have a bunch of snares. Pandemic, tons of damage. It's legitimately like, you have a Clawing Shadow that does 54,000 damage and pops at 1 Festering Wood. You have Outbreak that all enemies within 40 yards afflicted by your diseases take 54,000 damage, and duration of your diseases on them are refreshed. Like, what? So you pretty much do AoE 54,000 damage, where your Clawing Shadow does 64,000 single target damage. Like, what's the point, right? And then you have also Epidemic that does 48,000 damage, but also it does AOE 8900 damage. So if when they collect up, pop Epidemic, and if not, just Outbreak. Sometimes you can probably top damage with just spamming one Outbreak after the other one too. Now, if you want to get fancy, because last game I just wanted to show you like the numbers. If you want to get fancy, just use a Defile every now and then so you get a buff to your Mastery. And that's about it. So all you gotta do is you need to do a Defile, Epidemic, if you want to be good decay. Defile, Epidemic, Outbreak, and Death Coils. And possibly Death Strikes. Don't care about the pet pretty much management. Don't care about anything else. Don't even bother building up. The only time you can use your Apocalypse here to summon Army of the Dead is only when your pet has a clause that will actually put a good amount of festering wounds. But in Battlegrounds, everything dies so fast that really doesn't essentially matter. Also, what I found out, it's kind of like there's nothing really people can do to stand out so far. Like the problem that we had in WoD, where everything is so simple that you cannot separate a good player from a bad player. Unfortunately, that kind of seemed also persists in Legion. So I'm still having my hopes up, but with the class design that they have now, boy, it's gonna be interesting. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. I did release a couple really awesome basically self-improvement vlogs on my philosophy channel, and tomorrow I'm gonna be releasing one about me talking with a person who is suffering from OCD. Like he's so perfectionist, he's very stuck in that mindset, and this actually was very good conversation. It was an hour and a half long, so that will be releasing tomorrow. So check out that channel, and don't forget to add me on Facebook. Thanks for watching, guys, and до свидания.